Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Robin and this is Knotting Hook Crochet. So normally Sundays are reserved for temperature blanket updates, but not this week. We are not doing a temperature blanket update today. Today we are going to show off our finished Graphghan blanket, whatever you want to call it. So here's the deal. I made a pattern. This is the graph. It's 4 pages and you tape it together so that it is big enough to kind of read. Too small for me, but it's nice to have a picture to go by when you're working on this. So with the pattern, it comes like this is the cover. You get a materials list and all the other, information like what the abbreviations, this, that, and the other are. You get instructions on how to read the 3 different types of directions that you get with this pattern. And then a mini chart to use as a guide in case you don't choose to print out the bigger chart to follow. So there's 3 ways to follow the pattern. You can print out the chart, the bigger chart, and tape the pages together. You can print out the written instructions. And the way you would read this, it says A times 42, B times 14, A times 106. A would be the background color, B is the body of the horse, and there is C, which ends up being the highlights of the horse. But it's the times 42 is 42 stitches of A, 14 stitches of B, 106 stitches of A, so on and so forth. Or, and this is my preferred method, you get color blocks. Gray being the background, the black being the body of the horse, and the white being the highlight color on the horse, whatever colors you choose. I showed this blanket as a whip in a previous video, and in showing my my little spool bobbin system that we came up with. But this thing turned out so nice. At first I wanted to do it in black, white, and gray, and then I decided I need a little color. It needs more color to it. I don't want it to be so plain. So I had, and without having to buy more yarn, because I have yarn, I wanted to use colors that I had on hand. So I had some, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby in Cobblestone Ivory, which is they call it a print, but it's a variegated. It's got very long stretches of color on it. I also had Ivory in the I Love This yarn from Hobby Lobby. And then I had some Mahogany Brown from Premier Yarns, their Premier Basics line. So that's what I chose to use. And don't you know, I ended up having to get more yarn. I needed another mahogany and I needed another cobblestone ivy. But that wasn't too bad because the majority of it I had on hand. But this thing turned out so cool. Using the variegated yarn in the background, kind of, when you step back and look at it, it kind of makes it look like the horse is in motion, like it's moving. It really added a lot of motion to the Afghan. So let's see. I'll insert a picture, but let's see how much I can show you here. trying to hold it by myself. Okay, so that is the head. Hopefully it's all showing up in view. It's so nice. It is so pretty. Okay, so then it comes down. You know, the mane and into the legs. But it turned out great. I was a little nervous. When I got to the face part of the Afghan, because at first it's like, oh, this just kind of looks like a jumbled mess. But as you can see, it turned out really good. I mean, it's just great. So the whole thing, the whole entire blanket is single crochet. I started off with a foundation single crochet for the very first row, and then single crochet from there. And I used a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And the measurements, I'll fold it up later. The measurements turned out to be 51 inches wide and 63 inches long. But it turned out so good. Here's the picture. It's like kind of in a dark room, and I was standing on a chair and with my hands way up to the ceiling trying to get the whole thing in view because I had it laying across the bed and I didn't want to put it on the floor. I don't know. I just have a thing about pet hair being on my stuff. So I didn't want to put it on the floor. And yeah, so I did the best I could trying to get a full shot by myself. You know, like if I had a couple of people that were willing to help, could stand and hold it, you know, from side to side, and then I could get a nice picture that way. But nobody wants to be in a picture or post it online. And I don't blame them. So I do have this pattern available in my Knotting Hook Crochet Etsy shop. As an added bonus, I am giving you guys a coupon code that is going to be good until April 30th of 2023. And that will give you 20% off of my big collection of patterns. I have 2 so far. But 20% off to my YouTube friends. And that coupon code is YT Friend. I'll display it in the screen here. I'll put a link down below in the description that goes directly to the Etsy shop, and I think it might be a special one that automatically applies the coupon code. But if it doesn't, the code is Y, the letter Y, the letter T, and friends, no spaces, YT Friend. 20% off. So that's my big news of the day. No temperature blanket update today. We will be back next Sunday with our temperature blanket update, and you'll get to see 2 weeks of climate change. And if you want to see the other pattern, what it looks like, if you click on this link right here, it will take you directly there. Thanks so much for watching.